Let's talk about traumatic aortic rupture. So it is due to trauma or deceleration injury, most commonly at aortic isthmus, which is the proximal descending aorta just distal to the left subclavian artery. X-ray may reveal widened mediastinum. Okay, uh, so again, this is just isthmus. The location is important here. What is the location? Location is aortic isthmus. Most commonly at aortic isthmus, which is the location of PDA. What is PDA? Ligamentum arteriosum in adults. Ligamentum arteriosum, right? Uh, so high yield is deceleration injury, meaning it's like when you were going at high speed and you right away you pushed on the brakes. That's a deceleration injury, and there could be rupture of aorta, commonly at the PDA level, which is your ligamentum arteriosum, which is distal to the proximally descending aorta, just distal to the left subclavian artery. It can cause what? It can cause widened mediastinum. Because the thoracic aorta has ruptured, for sure it's going to cause widened mediastinum. Okay, then what else we have? Then next is aortic dissection. For aortic dissection, as the name says, dissection, it's a longitudinal intimal tear forming a false lumen. So here's the tear. It forms a false lumen now. This right here. Okay. It is associated with hypertension, which is most important risk factor, bicuspid aortic valve, connective tissue diseases. So these are all the same that we talked about previously, right? In the abdominal aortic aneurysm or the thoracic aortic aneurysm. Thoracic one. Hypertension, bicuspid, and connective tissue diseases. Example, Marfan can present with high yield is this now. Can present with tearing, sudden onset, chest pain radiating to the back, high yield. Patient will present with tearing, started right away, pain that goes to the back, plus unequal BP in arms. Chest x-ray can again show widened mediastinum, which basically again means the same thing, that aorta has been distended. There's a dilation of aorta. Can result in organ ischemia, aortic rupture, or even death. Now there are two types, Stanford type A and Stanford type B. Stanford type A, which is the proximal, let's just look at that, erase this one, get a new color here. Okay, Stanford type A. Look at Stanford type A. It's proximal, while Stanford type B is distal. So it involves, Stanford type A involves ascending aorta, may extend to the aortic arch, or descending aorta, may result in acute aortic regurg or cardiac tamponade. Treatment is surgery. So what are they trying to say? So if you look here, you have dissection, let's say starts from here. This dissection will travel, dissection, it can travel ascending aorta, it can travel into the descending aorta, and it can cause what? See, it's going forward, but it also go backward on the heart. So it can cause, first of all, aortic root dilatation, causing aortic regurg, AR, and on top of that, it can go into the to the pericardium, causing cardiac tamponade, right? And that is exactly what is mentioned here: aortic regurg and cardiac tamponade. Treatment is surgery. You have to surgically fix it. For the type B, Stanford, which is distal, involves only the descending aorta below left subclavian artery. So they're saying this B must has to come after the left subclavian artery. So below, B for below left subclavian artery, A for ascending aorta. But if you look here in this picture, wait, let's just erase this. This picture, this thing is also coming below. But where does it initiate? It initiates here in the very start, ascending aorta. Then it's going below all the way. I mean, what are you going to call? You're going to call right away after this, you will call type B? No. Where does it initiate? This guy is initiating in the ascending aorta. You call it type A, ascending aorta, type A. Right after the left subclavian artery, type B. B below left subclavian artery, right? So that is what you have. How would you treat the B? The treatment is also different. It's below beta blockers, and then vasodilators are the treatment option for this this one. The other classification is the Beck classification, which is type 1, type 2, and type 3. Type 1 it starts from ascending aorta and goes all the way, while type 2 just starts and is just in the ascending aorta, nowhere else. Type 3 starts after the left subclavian artery. But I think the most high yields are the Stanford classification. Nonetheless, look at the other one as well. Super easy. No rocket science about it, right? Let's see some notes. We might have some extra stuff for this. Okay, what else you will see? One thing was mediastinal, right? Mediastinal widening. On top of that, if you were to and do tracheoesophageal echocardiography, TEE, you will see dissection flap in the ascending or descending aorta. Okay, that is important. Dissection occurs in the proximal 10 centimeter of aorta if pre-existing weakness of the media is present, through which the blood goes into the media of aortic wall. Okay, so and that's just saying the same thing, the ascending aorta. No big deal about that. But important thing is hypertension. It's seen in older patient will come with hypertension, and that causes aortic dissection. Younger patient will come with a bicuspid aortic valve or connective tissue diseases with the aortic dissection. Okay, let me erase this. And one last point for this one is that we have this pain is going to go back, chest pain, sudden onset chest pain radiating to the back, specifically between the scapulas. And unequal blood pressure. So let's just go through it and move on with the next. When we talk about dissection, aortic dissection, what is dissection? It is an intimal tear which forms when there is let's just draw it here. This is intima. There's a tear and this forms a flap. This forms a false lumen here, right? Intimal tear forming a false lumen, associated with hypertension in older age. In younger age, you're looking at bicuspid aortic valve, connective tissue like Marfan, It can present with a lot of chest pain that goes to the back between the scapula, with unequal blood pressure in arms, with mediastinal widening will be seen. On TEE, you will see dissection of the flap in the ascending or descending aorta. It can result in dissection, can result in full-blown rupture, causing ischemia and death. There are two types. Type A is for the ascending aorta. It has to start from the ascending place, and it can go anywhere, but the ascending aorta is the major thing. So it's going to go all the way there towards the aorta or descending aorta, even thoracic aorta. But on top of that, it's going to go into the heart, causing cardiac tamponade and aortic root dilatation. And surgery is a treatment for type A. Type B, on the other hand, would only involve below left subclavian artery, which is this part right here. This last artery is your left subclavian artery, below left subclavian artery, and B for type B, B for below, and beta blocker are the treatment option. After beta blocker, you can give vasodilators, and that's all for aortic dissection.